Alright, hey guys, Pax, welcome back to another Pokemon Pocket video. If you guys clicked on this video, you probably know what's already coming, but this is huge. This is actually meta changing. This pack will revolutionize the meta as a whole, Series C onwards. If the 2-year anniversary marks the beginning of Series C, this is insane, man. Honestly, we were expecting VMAX, that can still be a thing. This is actually game changing. So first of all, I will play the trailer in its entirety and then go over each card one by one. They only introduced 4 cards, but the 4 cards are somewhat meta changing for the most part, but yeah, here we go. I like how the trailer starts out all cute and like a little cuddly, and then it just goes into freaking Mega Mewtwo X. This hardcore rock music introducing the new meta. So yeah, with that being said, I'll go over all the cards and then look at the current community feedback. Here we go. So we got Fuecoco right here. Rest in peace, Skeledirge. Skeledirge is looking at this and being like, bro, this could have been my moment to shine, but no. Fuecoco gets a limelight. HP 130 basic, has 2 attacks. First one is Bite, only requires 1 fire type energy, does 30 base damage. Second attack is Feisty Flames, requires 2 energy, 1 fire, 1 colorless. If this Pokemon has damage on it, this attack does 70 more damage, so 120 in total, especially given how frail it is. Somewhat of a counter to Hoopa in a sense, where, yeah, if your opponent tries to chip Fuecoco in your bench, next turn if you can, you could sub into it, and attack Hoopa doing 120, next turn potentially one-shotting that Jin Pokemon. So not too bad. Second one, once again, all Empoleon fans, sorry, it's Piplup's time to shine. HP 120, once again, very frail, basic. Bratty Bubble requires 1 water type energy, does 40 base damage. After attacking, take a water energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. So pretty much the EX version of Mantike. Doing damage, doing 40 damage, which could definitely help you out in the long run, especially going up against Pokemon such as baby Pokemon. The only baby Pokemon that will be surviving is Munchlax, as well as Bonsly. In a sense, you could also say that this is a pocket version of Mega Sharpedo, because of course Mega Sharpedo does 70 damage. After attacking, you feed a water energy to one of your bench Pokemon. Similar effect, but for Piplup, you can attack much faster. You don't need to rely on supporter cards such as Wallace. This guy can just straight up attack. Of course, you want to go second using this guy. Wouldn't be surprised if these two get some type of supporter cards as well. Because keep in mind, this is the beginning of Series C potentially. So they will definitely release very meta trainer cards. Just looking at Series B, of course, we got cards such as Copycat, which still sees huge play to this day. Talking a lot, but here we go. Getting into the meat of things. We got Mega Mewtwo X. Nothing's wrong with your vision. This guy is dual type. Yes, Psychic and Fighting. HP 180, basic of course, has 1 attack, dual impact, 100 base damage, requires 3 energy, 2 psychic, 1 colorless. If a stadium is in play, this attack does 40 more damage, so 140 in total. And as you can see, the weakness is darkness type. But given that it is dual type, we have its other half right here. Very curious to see how this works, but yeah, as you can see, it remains the same. It still requires psychic. So we'll see how this works, this mechanic. Bro is like a chameleon. He can go from psychic type to fighting type in one game, maybe. Again, we don't know for sure. Maybe you have to choose before the battle when you're making the deck. If you want to make this either psychic or fighting type, maybe you can switch mid-game. But yeah, we'll see how good this will be, because looking at it, I feel like you most likely want to run this in like a pure psychic type deck. Because again, unless I'm missing something, let's just look at this again. So this is the animation right here. Yeah, so we got Mega Mewtwo, psychic type. And then once it transitions into fighting type, energy is the same. So, Yeah, it changes color like that. That's pretty cool. So when you're inspecting it, you can like, depending on the angle, you can change the color, like the ratio of the orange and the purple. But looking at this, yeah, you want to run this primarily in a psychic type deck. So since it is dual type, it'll be affected by cards such as Peculiar Plaza, so you can get that free retreat. This in like a fire type deck. Unless they can change the energy, they might be leaving out a bit of information. But even then, looking at the current fighting type meta, I mean, I feel like you're more than likely better off running Mega Lucario. For one thing, Mega Lucario only requires 2 energy to do 90 damage, and 3 energy does 140, so exact same damage as Mega Mewtwo, and of course Mega Mewtwo needs to have a stadium out to do that extra 40 damage. A bit confused. Honestly, I'm a bit skeptical, but I feel like this is a step in the right direction. This poses the potential for a lot of very interesting cards in the future, so not too bad. And once again, this is the only card that was revealed that is dual type. We will most likely see a few more cards. I wouldn't be surprised if we just go back to like Genetic Apex, where like one booster pack is Mewtwo themed, the other one is Pikachu themed, and then the last one is Charizard themed, Mega Charizard X maybe, and then it's like dual type as well. But yeah, overall it seems okay. Once again, looking at the Psychic type meta, I feel like the current playstyle will be very similar to Mega Diancie, Mega Gardevoir. But the main key difference between Diancie and Mewtwo is that of course Mewtwo is a bit tankier. I'm pretty sure Diancie has like what, like 150 HP? Actually 170, okay, so still slightly less tanky compared to Mewtwo. But the thing is with Mewtwo, of course, since it's dual type, it's twice as effective. There's a higher chance for it to do type advantage, so that's one plus, I guess. Same weakness, by the way, just looking at both the psychic and fighting form, weakness does not change. It will always be darkness type. Imagine they change it to where like darkness type is like 4 times effective. Instead of doing plus 20, your opponent's doing plus 40. I think that'll be an interesting way to balance dual typing, but evidently, as you can see, if your opponent's attacking with a darkness type Pokemon, only doing plus 20. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As for the community feedback, what are they saying? Dual energy, say what? What? Again, I'm very skeptical. But again, this might not be the best card. They're probably holding off on a more meta-defining dual type card. Because I mean, looking at Series B, a lot of the Mega EXs from that booster pack are still very meta. Just like looking at Mega Absol, Mega Altaria. This is exactly how I feel right now. What the hell just happened? Am I ever gonna get my Zekrom EX? I wish, man. We need some Gen 5 love, 100%. Oh my gosh. Looking at the Reddit, people are already making memes. Friendship ended with Diancie. Now Mewtwo X is my best friend. Oh man, dude. I feel bad for Diancie. Pretty rough because Mewtwo is pretty much a better Diancie on paper. I mean, that 20 damage could matter in the long run. But there are some circumstances where Diancie is better, especially if you can feed it multiple energy, of course. Yep, this guy's damage scales over time, so could hit like a truck, but Mega Mewtwo might be a replacement. We shall see. It depends on all the supports and stuff they add in. I'm just gonna say Series C. I'm gonna be so embarrassed if I'm wrong, but it'll most likely be the start of Series C, so might as well just call it that. It can very much be B5, but Series C sounds far better than B5. This shit hype and all, but I wonder why they're announcing all of this so early. They did this last year. They did the exact same thing last year with Mega Blaziken and stuff like that. On top of that, they also, if you guys remember, they announced that upon Series B, you could trade 2 rarity gold cards and 2 rarity shiny cards. So this is nothing really too new in terms of Dina's marketing. But with that being said, looking at next month, again, I wouldn't be surprised if it's another deluxe pack. I think that would be a perfect way to finish off Series B. There's a lot of potential with that. I mean, Crown Rare Lucky Ice Pop, I'm already calling it. A lot of people either love or hate Lucky Ice Pop, and it feels very fitting to give that the Crown Rare, given how meta changing and also mentally changing that card is. Why are we getting base form starter EXs? Physical TCG has quite a few of them, so I suppose they're starting to worm their way into Pocket. You can't evolve them, yeah, unless it has an ability like EVEX. So once again, Empoleon and Skeldurge fans, I'm sorry. And Empoleon EX. So far when it comes to Gen 4 EXs, the only one we got was Infernape EX. And it's been over a year since we got that. So yeah, also Torterra. Nobody's talking about Torterra. Kinda power creeps Mega Sharpedo. High key. I guess for one thing, Piplup is less risky to run compared to Sharpedo. If it gets knocked out, your opponent's only getting 2 points. And also unlike Mantike, it does some damage, so it could be very effective towards the early game. But it depends again. It ultimately depends on the meta, how poke dependent it is. Because currently, yeah, poke is insane, especially with Hoopa EX. Oh yes, I almost forgot Urshifu. This is Urshifu right now. That's how he's feeling. Because if you guys don't know, just pulling up Urshifu, Rapid Strike Urshifu. This guy was the original double type. As long as this Pokemon is in play, it is water and fighting type. So that's basically what Mega Mewtwo X is. Like, they could have easily just made that its ability. But no, for shock value, it is dual type. Once again, as I mentioned, this poses a lot of potential in the future because they could very much add cards that are dual type and also has an ability. So speaking of which, a dual type fire card will be insane. Just imagine the potential, especially with Flame Patch. But yeah, Urshifu, they are sadly forgotten. Both rapid and single. It's pretty unfortunate, but they were basically dead on arrival, especially with their stats. Cool, but Mega Mewtwo seems kind of cheeks. All that build up for 3 energy. It's Mega Lucario that doesn't brick because it's a basic, and you can use Karina with it. On top of that, it has a benefit of psychic energy generating Pokemon like Gardevoir. There may still be some new supporters who interact with it and new tools. But yeah, given that, I can very much see like Mega Gardevoir, Meloetta, and Mega Mewtwo X decks running both Peculiar Plaza, as well as Arena and Karina. So yeah, Mega Mewtwo has a lot of potential. Although it feels kind of awkward because again, Mega Gardevoir doesn't benefit from Arena or Karina. Those cards will be primarily supporting Mega Mewtwo. I think at first glance, it's okay. It's Mega Lucario, but worse. But if you look into it, it has all the benefits of Mega Lucario as a basic, plus being a Psychic type, which means it has access to Ramp. For the most part, in terms of Mega Gardevoir. Also Diantha. Diantha is one of the most annoying cards to go up against, especially if your opponent has a lot of RNG. So yeah, Diantha could potentially come in clutch, depending on the scenario, but most likely not, since of course you are discarding 2 energy after using Diantha, so it'll be pretty awkward to make it work with Mega Mewtwo X. Kinda wild to reveal this 2 days into a new set. What's the rush? I get what people are thinking, but at the same time, looking at Pocket, there's a lot of eyes looking at Pocket currently, especially with the new Team Rocket's booster pack. Looking at their marketing, they recently did a live stream, they did an exhibit like in London, and of course they had the puzzle game. So yeah, there's a lot of hype in terms of the game right now, so it kind of makes sense for them to also reveal this to keep up the tempo and generate more hype for the coming months. It's a mini set and Worlds is this weekend. Also that too, it could also be the timing. Pokemon World Championships is definitely a big deal, so this is the best time to get more people into the game. The physical TCG has had dual types in the past, but the last time it had them, at least like this, where it's an attribute of a card, not an ability, was in the X and Y era. Kind of interesting, they're bringing it back in Pocket, I think. So yeah, from the looks of it, a very similar mechanic. Been waiting for Mewtwo X and Y to spend my gold on after Mega Gengar was cheeks. Hopefully we get Mewtwo Y. In terms of Mewtwo Y, I'm pretty sure it is pure Psychic type, so that most likely... So if we do get that, it'll most likely just be Psychic, which will be interesting. Imagine if they release Mewtwo Y and it supports Mewtwo X. I think that'll be a very interesting dynamic they could make. Imagine if Mewtwo Y is like very much ramp focused, supporting the bench. In a couple of turns, Mewtwo X comes out, sweeps your opponent. So again, skeptical, but there's a lot of potential with Series C. And yeah, that was the video. Once again, hope you guys did enjoy. Once again, these cards will be coming October 2026, marking the 2nd anniversary of this game. But yeah, as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you guys hyped? Are you guys also skeptical like I am? Or are you guys vehemently? Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that's the video, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Peace.